Howdy. Yes, yes, it's going. Okay, so here we start. In a 3, a 2, 1, go. H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing. Yeah. Welcome to the H-Outdoor Racing Show. And we're your hosts.
I'm Richard, and this is Harry.
Yes, and thanks so much. You must have said that once or twice before. But there you go. Yes, so thanks so much for joining us in the live stream
Workshop.
Yes.
Live.
This is
in the live
stream. Yes, this is part 3 in this build that we are making.
That's
and
right.
What can we tell you about it? We welcome you very much. As always, like, share, subscribe.
Yep, and comment. And it's more of a we kind of think of these things as more of an interactive one. So if you've got a suggestion or something that we can do, we're making this in real time as well. So it's not like we've got a predetermined script or design. We're making this in real time. So feel free to join in on the chat, and we'll work with you, and hopefully we'll come up together jointly with something that is super successful. Yes. Now, why are we doing this? So we've got a RC catapult launcher that we've made in the past. It took a little while to build, and it was predominantly for the Kapari 2 that we made. We've done various episodes about it and series, so remember to go back and check that out. And it has worked somewhat successfully, right?
Yeah. Like if there's a good headwind coming towards you, like a good strong one, perfect. Every single time launches off 100% of that time. But if there is no wind at all, you're in trouble.
That's right.
We want to fix that problem, and that's why we're doing this series to fix that problem. So when we even on a
windless day with no wind, it will take off fine. Not just that particular aircraft. We're not just making it for one aircraft. We always like to do things so it's modular. So we kind of want to do it for, like, say, some of the 3D printed planes that we have, like the Microton, which is a little tricky to get going.
Yes, as we've tried to made in on a live stream as well.
And that's right. And then maybe some of
we built that one.
And maybe some of the EDF jets and stuff that we make in the future or currently have in our repertoire. But yes. So basically you want kind of like a modular system where you can just sort of chop and change between the aircrafts, and it all works out sweet.
Yeah.
Or good.
I was going to say hunky-dory, but nobody says that anymore. Okay, so, and a little recap for the week. What did we get up to this week?
Okay,
people.
I have to think myself.
Okay, on Tuesday, what did we do?
Okay, so Tuesday we released the episode where we went down to Mount Maunganui, and we were effectively on tour, and we went down there, and then we spent the whole week building the new parachute design for the Mark II wingsuit episode. So remember to go back and check that out and the series, right? And what did we do in that episode there?
Yeah, it was kind of cool one. What did we do? We checked out the Aviation Museum.
Classic Flyers NZ.
And we found that they had Classic Flyers NZ. Thanks for having us. And we went there, and we specifically wanted to find a wingsuit so we could check to see, it's always different when you see it in real life. So we wanted to see a wingsuit, and they had one. So that was epic to see up close.
Yeah,
and
it was quite a surprise.
It was quite nice to see, and just a great museum, really.
That's right. So the idea of the goal for that particular thing was to go to the mountain, something that we always wanted to do, and send it off the mountain itself. Wind conditions were quite extreme on the day that we were leaving, so that was the time when we filmed. So it was literally the last day. We went all out to try and get it all sewn up. Yes, slightly run out of time, but not enough to prevent us completely. So we did a base jump test with the parachute.
With a new design parachute.
With a brand new design. And we tested it, and it was successful. So, yeah, it was awesome. I remember to go and check that out. I think we did, 3 or 4 jumps? So that. It was good.
Yeah.
It was great. Either way, it was great.
But it was cool how it went. Oh, I don't want to wreck it. But we could say it went out there and flew, and it was cool. It was cool because it was a different design that we'd came up with, modeling it on more realistic of the way that they make human parachutes.
That's right. I think someone on Livestream suggested the steering feature that we'll be adding.
Yeah, that's the reason why we made it in the shape we did in the size, and allowing for calculations of mass.
yeah, so it's good. It works really good. And
Yeah, so should we move over to the other spot and start on that?
yeah, I think we'll get into it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll move the light over.
All right, so here we are.
Do you want a chair, Richard? You can go chair there. You go chair.
Okay, just in our camera angles.
Yes. So what did we do on the last live stream, Richard?
In the last live stream,
Yes.
we designed. Well, actually, in the last 2 live streams, we stripped down the original catapult. This is the catapult here, just slightly lower than view, just to make things awkward. So that's the catapult design. And
how does it work? It hasn't seen it in the past.
right. So how would you explain? So plane goes on the top. We've got a plane behind you, Harry, so you can demonstrate. Okay, so he's coming in with a microtelin 3D printed plane. So this is one of the conundrums that we need to fix. Or
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
there's nothing wrong with it. Just we just need to enhance is the word.
Enhance the launch.
The launching capabilities here on the channel. So
That's why we want to make this one to be able to do it.
right. So what was the original design, and then we'll go from where we were in the past to where we are currently. So what was the original design? So it was a little longer, and it was a little taller, and it pushed from the rear of the device.
So it pushed from here, didn't it?
So the plane sat where Harry is sat there, and then it got pushed from the back once you engaged with the bungee, and it shot off and went into the sky, which worked.
You do the kicker here.
Yeah, the kicker's at the bottom. Yeah, so that was the release mechanism.
Yeah.
And so that worked pretty well.
But it only goes so far, the bungee. That's the problem.
Yeah, so we need a longer kick, basically.
Yes, we need a much
more
longer
sustained to give us because effectively that would be equivalent of like a throw, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it can only accelerate within like what 2 meters or something like that in terms of kick. And we wanted to accelerate more than like I don't know, maybe like 5 meters or 6 meters, maybe even 10 meters worth of
stretch. Yeah.
What sort of kgs worth of weight? I think it's around sort of somewhere between 10 to 17 kgs worth of elastic power. I think is what we need to get this going correctly.
Yeah, and we want to make it so we can do multiple different kind of planes.
Okay, so that was the previous design. So what's the current design? What are we doing currently? What's the name of the game?
We stripped off some of the parts, and yeah, we're changing it. And so we designed this as well.
So we designed so this is the result of the last live stream. And this is what is this? This is RPTG Rainbow, I think, from our sponsors KIWIFIL. So remember to go back and check them.
And thanks so much.
And thanks very much for made it here in New Zealand. Recycled filament. So yeah, good stuff. So this is what we designed, and the idea of the game is to go there. And the difference is what we're planning to do is have one elastic band,
yes,
going to 2 outputs, one for the release and one to the plane, right?
That's
okay. So if you sort of describe it, it's effectively what's happening is
the plane would come back here.
The plane's there.
I'll just move it out of the way.
So plane's here. So effectively, if you can imagine, the stretch. And how big of a stretch are we making? Maybe around
10 meters.
Maybe 10 meters. So 10 meters in that direction with a pin
into the ground,
and then stretched all the way back to here, and then so that's bungee, and so this is not bungee. So one's going to the aircraft. Hence the reason why we need the guide up here.
That's the plan.
And then the other one,
I think it's a good plan.
It goes all the way back to the release mechanism.
Back to the flick switch. The
pedal. So the release mechanism. So as it released down the bottom, which Harry releases it, both of them pull together on the bungee,
and away she goes. I think that's actually fine with a guide on the side there. It keeps it away from this. Anyway, so Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, so we're going to attach this obviously firmly. We're just debating on whether we put it in the middle or to the side.
Slightly to the side.
Still not decided on that one. But we've decided at some point. Don't we? So yeah, so feel free to so join in on the chat and yeah.
That's what's been that's the plan.
And then we've got Harry went to the store in the week. I guess effectively what we're showing you is the past, and now we're showing the present.
Okay, so I've been to the store and we have a lot of bungee. This is braided cord. What kind of
Bungee.
thickness?
It's 10 millimeters.
Is it?
Yeah. We've got the big stuff. You go big, go big or go home.
10 mil. So this is pretty heavy gauge elastic shot cord, I guess you call it.
Sure.
Hang on, it's black on black. You can't see. Hang on. Shot cord. So, black on black again. There you go.
If you then and then let it go.
So there you go. So that's quite a bit of attention. So I think that would do the job in this Mark II design, I guess you call it. So that's what we're going to.
So this is 20 meters worth, right? And we're going to double it over to make it 10 meters worth.
Did you give the
just because we don't want to go off the end of the field?
Yeah. Well, that is one of the downsides to bungees in general. Like if you weren't doing this particular setup, the old way of doing it would be like what we used to do with gliders back in the day. Would be you get 200 meters of elastic cord and run that, and then along with
and then to go higher, what they do is even add a bit more string in there because they want to get the altitude right.
Yeah, but then that takes up a lot of room, and that's not so good. If if you
don't have 400 meters in one direction,
you might not be sending it from a giant field.
And you might be sending it from like a car park or something.
Yeah, we want to be the smallest. What do you call it?
Modular.
You want it modular, but also small area to do it in. You don't want to be doing it.
I mean, it's still fairly large because you got the catapult.
Yeah, it's fairly large, but it's not gigantor.
Imagine trying to walk around on that on your back.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. But that's the plan. Does it sound like a plan to you?
Plan, Sam. Okay, so which part do you want to start with? And you've also got another piece. Do you want to use that, or we're going to change that design?
Might change that plan. I'm not sure, but there are other plans for the hopper. I guess you'd say the cart, the plane cart. I guess you'd call it
the travel cart.
The travel cart that goes along.
So some aircrafts will be traveling on these beams, and then some won't be because either the wing's too small, right, or it's 3D printed. And it won't be strong enough to sustain the amount of force that will activate on the wings, right?
Yes. So one idea that we did have was we're going to put the fuselage of the plane here and pull it together. But our new plan is that we won't be pulling it on this, right? It'll be just an independent cart. So when it comes off, it just falls on the ground, but the plane carries on.
So effectively, you're talking about like a chute system. Right, so it's like a cradle, and the cradle goes with you, right, to the end of the rail,
and then it falls off, and then the plane carries on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. So, what would you like to start with? Do you want to do a redesign of this, or do you want to make? What do you think we'll carry on?
You can do a redesign of it if you want to.
Sure. Or otherwise, we do the shot cord stuff. It could be interesting.
Yeah, okay. We can do the shot cord stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the shot cord stuff. That'd be right.
Good start somewhere. So do you need some kind of like ring at the end for the release, or we don't want to worry about that just yet?
Oh, you mean for the plane?
No, for the release mechanism.
Oh, it's just from the old one. Just hop the original one back. Oh, back onto this.
Yeah.
I'll just put the original one back.
Okay. Well, I guess you can grab it as well. Yeah.
I'll put this here, and we'll start with that. I guess we've got to measure it.
So are you going to attach that like on there like that in the center? Because you don't really want it necessarily pulling off the one side. Do you?
Might not matter.
But what about if you use like the other ones? Aren't they attached? Yeah, all the ones that are attached to the plane in the center. That could be quite a problem, couldn't it, if it was releasing from the side? Wouldn't it?
Okay, do that. Sounds good.
I think that might be annoying.
All right.
All right.
So other than that, do you want to just do this or just move that over this one? Not a
Oh,
big deal.
just move the thing over.
Push it over and then put that one in the middle. Not a big deal. Okay. So there you go. That's the plan. That's what we're aiming to achieve on this live stream. So yes, once again, thanks very much for tuning in. It's cool. So there you go. That's what we're hooking up to the.
Release
I guess
it.
trigger, foot pedal.
Well, so you just undo that bolt then.
Yeah, you just undo the bolt and pop
So
that.
you got a
crescent, I think.
You might as well use what you already got.
Absolutely.
Do you need a spanner?
Yeah. I think you just need. Oh, I can just undo it. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, okay, sweet.
I must have undone the full. There you go. You hold that one.
Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. This is what we made in the past. It seems to work quite well, so
Just keep going with it.
might as well keep going. It's still holding.
All good? Still holding?
Yeah, I think so. It's getting worn out a bit.
Is it? How bad is it? Do you want to make another one?
You don't have to. We'll just keep using it until it's.
It's no more, right?
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
That's the plan. Okay, so. Oh, we'll start with the cord that goes to that then.
Okay.
Back to here.
Okay, sure.
Back to here, like that, and then away to you.
Okay, so how long does that need to be? Like,
Is it
we make these things up as we go. So what, like, because that's the release mechanism, right? So I guess the question goes into this, right? It's not so much that length as it is the plane length, right? Because depending on where it is here, right?
Yeah.
It dictates where it's going to be pulled from. So if you had your length to here and then stop, right? Then this one has to go all the way up and over. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You can go to here, if a little bit further.
Yeah.
So it's effectively going to go along the ground, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or once it's taut.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
So,
we've got plenty of rope there. Just show them the rope. What we've got.
rope.
The rope.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna use some kite string. So it's I think you can see it. Yeah, it's been well used over the years. So you might as well use something that's sort of proven itself. So yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you need a little bit of like on the plane itself that attaches to the plane? Does it need a little bit of like a cushioning, as it were? Like a bungee or something, just so it doesn't like yank the aircraft.
That sounds like a good idea. Like if it was that at the top,
It's gonna be
it
pulling
would just
too hard.
it'd snap the plane straight away, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe we might have to get a little bit more bungee for that section.
Do we have some?
Oh, we have some chocolate. Cool. No problem. We can do that.
Okay. Because we'll probably need it quite quick.
Yeah.
Literally just straight onto there, onto what you're doing.
So what do you reckon? We could do 2 meters, 3 meters. How long?
Well, it's dependent on this, isn't it? This dictates what the length is.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have that? And I can attach it.
Yeah, that's it. Just get stuff in, I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Where do we put that cigarette lighter? Do we need that?
cigarette lighter.
Let's see. Might be everything.
Is it?
No, it's not there.
Okay.
Typical. All right.
Do you have a particular knot that you want to use? Or just that's thinking like a fancy knot, but
Is there a special knot that you guys suggest out there? RC Aviation. Cheers, brother. Thanks for joining the live stream. We appreciate it.
hey, he says, hey, keep on posting the epic content. Oh, cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
He says, don't listen to the hate. They are just mad.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, man. That means a lot. Yeah,
Actually, we were watching an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger today. Great dude. And he was saying the same thing. You just keep doing your own thing. And
yeah, do your own thing, and you don't worry about them. So yeah, thanks. Yeah.
And what have you been up to this week?
Yeah. Hopefully you had a good week. We had a very busy week, didn't we?
Yeah, it was intense.
It was intense.
It was good. It was good but intense.
Yes, we were editing next week's episode, didn't we?
Yeah,
we were doing.
That's right. Yeah,
And well, we were happy with the results. So yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? Well, I mean, you always want people to be happy with it, but ultimately, first and foremost, we were happy with it, you know. And it came out pretty good. So I'm looking forward to releasing that next week. And what is next week's one? Next week's one is we're going back in the workshop. We're back in this workshop, and we are working on the big giant 3D printed drone.
Yeah.
And he is giant. We had he normally sits here, but we had to move him, and to move him
Takes up the
we
whole
need
space.
2 people to lift him. So he's actually pretty big.
And RC Aviation says nothing much, just been working on a plane. Well, what kind of plane, if we're allowed to know?
Yeah, unless it's
a secret one. Well, if it's a secret project, then maybe just make up one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Either way, would be a good one. What did you do? Half inch.
I did nylon. No.
Cool, that'll work. Yeah. So this will go to the trigger as the plan, and then it'll thread through here like this. To there, right?
Yeah. Well, technically, you could just.
Well, how far do you want to go?
Well, it doesn't need to go excessively, does it?
It doesn't need to be there. I mean, is there not there?
No, just look at the string.
I did undo a knot. That might have been. Might be okay.
Might be okay.
I guess if you don't like it, cut it, and we'll put a new knot in there. If you're not happy with it,
maybe just take it out.
take
There's
it
that
out.
piece here.
Okay. Just cut that piece out.
Yeah.
The string that we're using is the one that we use for our big giant kites.
Yeah, it's a kite one. RC Aviation says it's a tower hobby sport, and I'm doing the modifications to it. Awesome.
Our hobby sport. Wonder what that plane looks like.
What does it look like, the tower hobby?
Can we bring it up on that screen?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Are we allowed to look at it on the main screen? Look. We'll check it on the other screen so we can have a look to see what's some of the modifications you're doing on this badass aircraft. Yeah, it's called a tower hobby sport here.
Good. I'll bring it up.
He said, "Yep, we'd love for you guys to see it." Oh, yeah, cool.
I think that's right. I might have got my spelling wrong. Yeah.
Spell check.
Well, I think this is it. Yeah. Is this it? Tower hobby sport. Must be this one.
Okay, make a big picture and we'll bring it up on the screen.
Tower hobby. Must be this one, I think. Oh yeah, it must be this one. Here we go. Okay, that might be it.
Nice. Okay, so you're gonna have to move that back and plug it in. It's not plugged in.
Oh, right there. Is it?
Nope.
Yeah, can't see anything. Yeah.
Hang on, we're just adjusting.
No, it's just Richard's head again. Hang on, maybe like that. Is that him? Hang on, that might be him.
There you go. Okay.
Is that better? Is that him?
Is that the tip? Yep, that's the one.
Hang on, let's see if we can find it better.
Oh yeah. These are cool. These things.
Is it got? Is it gas?
Is it a gas operated or electric? Either are great. The guys at our flying field, they do a bit of both. And Propsa says, "Hey everyone." Well, hey Propsa.
Hey
Thanks
brother,
for joining the live stream.
I'm over here. But yeah, no, we're just looking at what RC Aviation's making.
He's making a tower sport.
Hang on, that might be it.
Said mine's electric, but my plan is to overpower it and make it as fast as possible.
Nice.
Awesome. And off axis says, "Hey you." So welcome everyone for joining the live stream, past, present, and future.
That might be him.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's sick.
Oh, why does it do that? Oh, come on, Harry, focus.
Focus.
But yeah. I just won't move the mouse. But yeah, there you go. I think you can see it. Yeah, it's
cool.
no, it's a cool plane. It looks fairly large. What, like 2 meter wingspan or something like that?
Yeah. Do you have somewhere that we can go to fly it? Like we fly the RC club
Like a
runway, like an aerodrome type thing? But I'm sure
for planes.
For planes, yeah. But I'm sure there's somewhere that's suitable.
Yeah.
You don't really want to do it down like suburban street.
Well, yeah.
He says send it. It says send it.
Yeah.
I guess it's all good until you get caught, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, a mate of ours, he came over to our place, and we just turn that camera. Yeah, and we were looking at one of his planes when we were to, and it did it nearly took off, didn't it?
Oh, that was a Pit Special, right?
Yeah, it was Pit Special. We were just testing it out. And
so biplane format.
And it just nearly took off. It nearly took off completely. And would have, but we pulled it to the left. And
yeah.
It didn't need very much of a takeoff. It had a huge propeller on it, but it was very. Yeah, I think we chased it before with drones and those sorts of things.
Actually, I think we did it on. Was it on prop? Was it on off-axis long range?
Might have been. It does ring a bell.
I think so.
Maybe. But anyway, either way, it's a cool plane. Yeah.
He's up. RC Aviation says it's a 60-inch wingspan, and I fly it at a big field by my house. Awesome.
Sweet. Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's cool. I guess 6S, 4S, something like that.
It'd be something big, eh?
It'd have to be something fairly big. I mean, you could go. You're saying overpowered. You could put like an 8S in it or 12S. Why not? Okay. Yep. Go back.
All right. So if you're just joining us, we're making our RC plane launcher because we're improving the one that we currently have to hopefully
launch better in the light weather when there's no wind.
When there's no wind, that's right. When we're struggling for
wind, effectively.
When there's not enough wind.
And what's the kind of ratio to getting a kind of a plane like this off the ground, Richard?
I don't know. I can't remember. Was it 10-1?
Yeah, I mean, you could get 10-1 if you do the ratio, right?
Yeah. So
when you hand throw, it's like 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, 1-to-1 when you throw it normally, unless you're like a tennis player or something
with a big arm,
big grab claw. I'm sure they get flagged for that too, right?
Oh, but should we get? How far do you want to get back? But yes, we didn't play tennis, but it's a good game.
Just in what?
Yeah, just we can play table tennis.
And we did badminton.
So what do you reckon? How far back to here? Oh, you're gonna put shot call on this too, right?
Yeah.
So keep going back, which is off screen now. You can't really see it. But that's looking. That's
and put a loop on it. Like there.
Eventually, you'd put a loop on it.
Well, I could tie it off like that, and then put a loop with a double knot like that.
Yeah. I'd go a little bit more just in case. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah.
It'll be like that on the ground.
See, Tanya, and then this one will come back to about here somewhere. About there.
Yeah.
But yes.
So you can cut yours. Or not.
Well, I don't know if I need to cut.
Okay. I'll just.
But you put your half loop, and so in the background, Richard's just off camera putting a loop in it. Can we turn the camera to see what you're doing?
You can. Hold your camera down. See, still can't see it. Yeah. So this is the part here that will attach to the bungee cord. Where's Eric?
Oh yeah. And RC Aviation says that I need to build an RC plane launch myself. LOL. Yes. Although if you got a big paddock right beside you, sounds like the tower one can take off anyway, and you'll need this problem.
But what were you planning on using for your catapult? What was the plane that you were going to launch on?
Any plane's cool. Okay, what do you reckon about there?
Yeah. You just give it a bit more extra.
What are you going to go to here and just shot cord a little bit?
Yeah, but give it all that, and then we can just
just to here.
You give it all the length, cut it.
Cut to here.
Yeah, and then we can just trim it in later on.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we'll start jumping on the shop.
So that's what they say, right?
What's that?
Measure it once, cut it 6 times,
Measure
re-measure
again,
it, and then extend it a bit, and then shrink it again. Right?
and then recut it. I'm just gonna get a cigarette later.
Oh yeah, it's good. I thought you already got that.
Oh, I thought I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the elastic cord that we're using currently is this stuff here. It is the shot cord elastic. Obviously, it's about 10 mils thick, 10 millimeters thick, and we're going to be using that. There's about 20 meters worth of it. We're going to double it up, so it's going to be 10 meters, isn't it? 20 meters, half 10. Right. So that's the idea, because we don't want to be over the hill and out the other side. So that's the game. Yeah, and on the last live stream, we made this little guide with a filament from KIWIFIL. I think it's RPTG. What is it? Recycled, but it's also filament. I think they call it rainbow filament. Colorful. Anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna use that for a string guide, because I don't want it wearing on here and cutting the cable. That would be bad. It's what you call a fail. Right?
That's right. That would be bad. We want to take off.
All good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there he's come back.
So yeah.
All right. So what do we
Just
need to do?
booting the ends to make it not unravel. So it's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that part's done. That's coming together quite good. So have you got a little bit of shot cord that we could use for that? Are you going to use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Here's one I prepared earlier.
So this particular one was used in the original design. So we're going to try and keep majority of the
Launcher.
Yeah. This is modifying it. Yeah.
So what's that, like a meter long? Yeah.
Hang on, I got a ruler. Where's the ruler? Over there. We'll tell you how long.
So how much are you going to use? Are you going to double it up? I guess you can just.
Gotta double it up. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
But you can say how long. Then. This is what kind of stuff is this, Richard?
This is.
It's like silicon bungee stuff that you use for like if you're going to physio and maybe you got an injury and you kind of do or exercising, that sort of stuff.
Okay, so it's about 1.5 meters.
Meter and a half of that.
And we're just going to double it?
Yeah. We need to cut it yet.
No.
Can we always go back?
Are you going to use this? We can put that on it. Would that be too heavy?
I don't think you need it for this.
Okay.
We could do that end onto this, the other end.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, we could do that maybe. If we had that one there, we'll put to this one. There you go. So yeah, hopefully you guys all had an epic week. RC Aviation is making his tower plane. What about you, Props off Axis? Did you guys do something similar? Are you guys working on a new project at the moment?
I'm sure you are to keep up with the content levels.
Yes, but also.
Oh, that's right. And off Axis, I think you did a one in the city, didn't you?
Yeah,
an event in the city, from memory.
Yeah,
I remember seeing a post come up.
That's right. Which would have been cool. I bet to go and whoop the city. I think it was. Pretty sure it was whoop it.
And that's yours.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe pop that underneath that. Yeah, pop that over there. So.
Over here.
Yeah, just put something on it, like a water bottle will do. Just so it keeps it taut. Oh, like that. Just move back in there.
Like that?
Yeah. What do you reckon, like that? Just tie it off here. Like that?
Yeah. Does it need? What I was thinking was, it might need this, so it doesn't do anything funky.
Oh yeah. Do you want?
But of course, then it would be like bang each time, right?
Oh, that would be not so good. That would break. Yeah. So maybe just
a direct tie.
Direct tie, because you could just go like this, loop it like that.
Oh yeah.
And what kind of bungee amount do you want?
And that we're going to attach that this time, right? We're going to put in the center, yeah.
Okay.
We might have to trim that. We'll have to trim that other side of it too.
Do you want to put the bungee down there, and then come back to it?
Oh, what? Use it as a feed, right? It probably only needs that much, even just like a 20 centimeters.
Not much.
It probably only needs like a little offcut on it. It's only just a little bit to give it a little
bit of give.
Yeah.
Off Axis says, I've thought about a launcher, but I need a car again first.
Or a horse, right?
Yeah, or a horse to carry the launcher.
Or a skateboard.
Skateboard? Yeah. we get around
You
in
can-
our one wheel quite a
You
lot.
could, I mean, you know, like people might not laugh at you too much by walking around with a launcher on your back.
It's true that they might think it's really cool. Well, we think it's cool.
Yeah.
What else do people do? They use bikes, and that's always a good way to get around. Bikes or skateboards, or you could be like us and use the one wheel or boosted board. What else do people do?
Yeah, lots of different
Oh,
scooters.
lots of different.
You can always get one of those line scooters and then hire it.
Live scooter. I don't know if they do that. Do they do that
Electric
overseas?
skateboard, but
Do they do live scooters over there? I'm not sure.
surely.
It might be a different name, but you go up to like in cities that we don't have them where we are, but in cities you go up there and then
Like Auckland.
yeah, and you have like
Or the
credit-
mount. They had them at the mount.
and you could if you download the app and you can get like 10 minutes free or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far that would get you though. You get like 1 kilometer a minute.
I'm not sure.
10 kilometers in one direction. Turn it off.
Yeah. And if you push them, I tried pushing one just to see what it did, and it made a funny beeping sound. That was hilarious. It's like beep 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 beep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool. Like warning, Will Robinson, warning.
Yeah. Off access says you can carry it and I'll follow you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can follow along with a bullhorn if you want.
What do you mean?
You know, like they do like when they're doing like those
Oh, like march, like march faster, faster. Nice. All right. So what do you reckon about there, kind of thing?
Oh, okay, because I was only thinking just like a little
Do you want to
piece.
chop it? How much?
Thinking like that much, yeah.
And just put it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not so much
Yep. Sure.
maybe like what? How much? Just like that.
I don't know.
Maybe like what? 20 centimeters?
Yeah, 30 cents. Oh, I'll put a bit more. Do you want to double it or? That's got enough tension, surely. Yeah.
Just to take out some of the
The
explosive,
explosion of
overwhelming force, right? Yeah. Just to tone it down a little bit when it gets hit. Yeah. So this is the what Harry's doing is the part where it will attach to the aircraft. So as the tension line comes up from this guideline, comes up here, goes over here, and then what we're talking about is a little buffer of bungee. So it's not effectively a snap.
Yeah, it's not like a crack. It's like a whoom.
Yeah. So
Otherwise, what has happened in the past when we were researching is people put like a straight, no slack in the pipe, and then what happened is the fuselage just, and then which is entertaining, but not necessarily what you want for a launcher.
that's right.
Man, that would be sad.
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
It's not like you can do anything about it. You can't
No.
go back once it's done.
No, once you make it. Okay, so there you go. That's 30 centimeters. There you go.
Alrighty. Well, you probably need a bit more anyway to tie it off.
So,
Yeah. So 30 is about, yeah, it's about right.
which of my fingers? Yep, you're good. Okay, there you go.
You
Can't
can't
go
go back now.
Now we made the cut.
Done it.
There you go. Can't go back. There you go. Okay,
I
so
think Jack Reacher says that, never go back.
never go back. Good book.
Okay.
So what do you reckon about here somewhere?
Well, that depends on which aircraft you're using, but yeah.
Yeah, but we got to allow for that kind of thing. Like, it's kind of like about here. We put a little.
It depends, like, because you might be attaching it up on the front of the fuselage. So you might just do it like an insert even, and then add a bit more.
What do you mean?
You might do like, say, bungee here,
Yeah,
stop there, bungee section,
and
and
then
then keep going. And then
then
that's your
forward, and then you
adjustment.
turn. Oh, that's good. This is what we want at modular. But yes, we'll do that. Oh, I'll do that. I'll just tie this off here. Good idea, Richard. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, we are working on hard at work in the workshop, working on this
Catapult, plane launcher.
plane launcher, and we thank you very much for tuning in. Comment as much as you want. Is that what they said?
Yeah, join in and suggest things.
Yes.
Help out with build, yeah.
So what do you think? Just like a little.
You know, like cut it off there, or
Hey?
what's the deal?
Oh, I was just going to talk it up like that,
Okay.
and then tie it off. And
Yeah,
then,
and that's not going to pull off the end of it or anything, so.
you want to do like a little loop. There you go. So we're getting there. Grab a chair if you want.
Okay.
Ooh. There you go.
Okay, so.
But yeah, what about you, Alfexes? Have you ever launched a plane this way? Made quite a lot
Or
of.
RC Aviation.
I know you're thinking about building one, but have you actually used a catapult yourself?
Yeah. Or done it the manual one when we used to do with gliders, where you just throw it off a cliff, like we did on the show for the parachute, testing the parachute.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe this one. Undo that here.
Sure. And put it underneath.
Hey?
And put that string underneath.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There you go. Stop tightening up now.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you also need to drill those ones down for the stays.
Yeah, we'll need stays. We've got to do that too. Yep. It's all good.
They're quite good to get this done, isn't it?
I don't think it'll be too much more time, really. It's looking good.
Which plane you
tested on?
It needs to be one that can take a hit. Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, what do you reckon about there?
It doesn't always go smoothly
The first couple of times. Huh?
No.
But there, is that? Reckon? And then torque, and then cut here, and then put another bit on there.
Yeah. Is it too short? No, it's all good.
No, so it's going to have to be.
Well, you got another piece there. Okay, so do I need to trim that down?
Hey, you got a message. I can't quite read it.
Hey, it says, Jay says, Americans have gone to an electromagnetic launch system. Your next iteration. Good call.
That sounds epic. Yeah, electromagnetism. Gee, isn't that how you do rail guns? Yeah, sounds fun though.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds like a good challenge. I remember years and years ago, I think we made like a train that ran along like that, kind of electromagnet. Well, that's how those bullet trains work.
For the Japanese bullet trains, yeah.
Well, in reverse polar action. Off-axis says, can you show Denzel and I and others watching what wing plane you are launching it with? Oh, yeah, sure. No worries. Okay. Okay, so this is the micro Talon that we made on Livestream, and that is the guy there.
So he's a 3D printed aircraft with FPV on the front.
Yep, FP on the front.
And he's got a rear pusher prop. It's never actually quite flown, this guy.
No.
It's exclusively built on Livestream, this guy.
Yep, and he is rear pusher, which is always scary to throw, which is the reason why we're doing this.
RC Aviation says, heck yeah, it looks like the perfect plane too.
It's very cool.
It's the most challenging this plane, I'll give you that.
To do a takeoff. But it is pretty sick, I have to admit. I like the design of it, I like the shape of it. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't get off the ground just yet. But it will fly. I have seen people fly it. Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
Most people put flight controllers in it, but at this stage of the game, he is just the way he is, just with PWM.
Yeah. We normally, it's a 3D printed plane. Yeah, it's designed for long range. I think somebody did the designers fly this one for the long range challenge for like a 12-hour flight. No, that was a different. It's
quite a long flight. I think it's a 45-minute flight. You can get maximum on this one.
Yeah, 45-minute flight. There's that guy up there. We can grab him down. Do we again?
I can grab him.
Can we grab him?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll swap chairs. You stand there.
He's on the roof.
He's on the roof. Oh yeah. So yeah. And what is he running? We made him with. What is he running? He's got an AKK. I think he's got a. What?
He's got a
4S system. He is a AKK's 5000 AC. Running over VTX. Analog. What else is there? He is. What receiver are we running on this guy? Do you remember?
He's just old school.
Yeah, so he's easy UHF. If you can see in there, hang on. Yep, easy UHF. And I'll put that back in so I don't lose the bolt. And That's that one. And receivers. How many receivers? How many servos? Sorry, does he have?
4.
One. He's got 1, 2 on the V tail.
4.
4. So he's got 4 servos. So that's what we want to achieve with this guy.
And
Fly him.
So in terms of the catapult, Harry, what are the main concerns there?
Main concerns is that he's 3D printed and can't take too much force.
He does have a couple of carbon fiber struts that run whereabouts.
Well, 2 that go through the frame section here, which is the part that we're going to utilize to throw this guy. So I think on the last live stream, was the last one? I'm not sure.
Yep.
We made a design that utilized those 2 bolts.
It's only got 1, but I was thinking about it.
We're going to
modify that.
Yes, and he's going to go.
It's
on
only like a 10-minute print, so it should be able to do that.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. And that will be a hook system. So you'll hook it on the front, just maybe about there, somewhere just before the CG. That's how you launch these kind of things. Not behind the CG, whatever you do. Always put it in front of the CG. It doesn't have to be that far ahead, but that's the plan for this guy.
Okay, so it's one aircraft.
One aircraft, but we're going to do multiple aircraft. So we'll swap over to Richard.
Okay, so the other aircraft that we are, which is what the design was originally used for, was this guy here, which is the Kapari 2. So the front's up here. Does it work? There we go. So it's also another rear pusher. There's a trend in this, isn't it?
But it's super. The great thing about a rear pusher, if you're going into that sort of thing, the great thing about a rear pusher, super economical in flight. Like you can't beat it. Aerodynamically, it's a great design. We do actually like this. When this guy's in the air, he's brilliant. But the only problem is how to get him in the air, and that's the problem that we're trying to fix.
Ask the aviation, see how big is he?
Is this one? Is the second one? Yeah, this one. Okay. Where's the ruler? Great question. Here's about
a meter.
About a meter. So yeah, and distance was maybe a half a meter. Yes. So he's not particularly a giant, but
he is somewhat troubling to get into the air.
Yes, but man, can he take a hit? If
you're going to win a contest with aircrafts that can take
the beating of his life, this guy here can take it.
So he does have a flight controller, as Matisse's
4.7, I think.
Yeah, and it's flashed with Audi plane, and we've got some modifications like it's got FPV and tilt head tracking effectively.
You can look down. That was the part that we wanted for recon missions.
That's
and
right.
What kind of battery does he run into?
He can run up to about a 5,000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. But I think currently we're using a 42,000 lipo battery. It's about the same weight.
The same weight and kind of same size.
Yeah.
And we just happen to have that one. Yes.
How far have you gone with it?
How far have we gone with this guy?
In terms of distance, we haven't actually gone that far because we're sort of in the process of changing over to long range. But we've had him in the air for about non-stop going around because he can do waypoint as well.
Yeah, so
he can
when
fly
we run
autonomously, as it were. And we had him going at one point there going for like around 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes. But how
on
far?
One battery.
On one battery. How far have you got with them? So I guess within a kilometer, I guess. Yeah, he wouldn't have gone further.
He wouldn't have gone further than a kilometer.
But that's not that we weren't going to go further. That's
still won't. We still will go further.
Yeah. T's and C's supply in New Zealand. You have to do it the right way.
So we're still in the. Well, we've got to get the launches sorted. Right?
Yeah, that's the objective.
That's what's holding us back.
That's what's holding us back. There's something holding us back. Can you throw the Kapari 2 over your head, Richard, like you see some people do with the FPV wings?
If you've got a sheer cliff behind you, you could stand on the cliff facing the opposite direction and then throw it over your head. Yeah, she'll probably work.
But can you just throw it normally? No.
You can.
Just go like that?
But the times that we've tried, it was unsuccessful. So I'm going to be inclined to say that it can't.
Yeah. But
if you've got a massive, strong arm, maybe you could.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that's awesome. Cheers, man. Thank you. So that was a little bit of back history, I guess.
Yes.
And what kind of VTX is he running? For people out there that are doing FPV, what is he running? He is running the Alpha 4 series. Also another AKK one. And the quite good thing about that particular one is I don't think you have to change the power levels once you set it. He's all good up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. You set it the one time, and that's him, which is kind of what you want with a thing. I mean, once you have to do all the pre-flight checks and set up the catapult and all that, and get the wind direction right, because you don't want to send this guy when you send a catapult or any plane.
You want to send it directly into the wind coming towards you. Yeah. You don't want to send it on the offside because then you might slip or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So in this particular design, you don't need to do a carry one, right?
No.
You can just go straight, and then that will hook onto the
hook that we have added. Yeah. So there's a hook that we added on last live stream. Yeah. But before he flicked from behind, but I think Mike on the last live stream suggested if you did that further, just to go further out, it might flick it. So we're going to go back to traditional styles, and we're going to pull it from the front, as it were.
Yeah.
So that was a good advice.
So I think we're going from about there's the hook, and we'll need an offset to go around that.
A little spacer, yes. Yeah,
so that's where we're sitting on those two.
Okay. But yes, there you go. Hopefully, off-axis and Dan's like that. Yes. No, we like checking our stuff. That's quite cool. Yeah. But yeah, it would be quite nice to send him out quite far. He has been that last guy that you're looking at. He has done autonomous missions with him successfully. We tried to do an auto launch, but then the catapult was back to sad. But
no, the head one, like a head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So I guess we're hoping to rectify all those issues
on this design, the system. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we could attach that. So we're going to have to trim it down a little bit because that's in the way.
It's not a big deal. We can just trim it.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Maybe just a saw.
Do you want to put the rest? Do you want to put another knot on that part? Or?
Yeah. Do you think it's long enough? That piece?
You make it bigger.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe.
Not all the rest of the other one. Yeah. Just do it like that. Which is bungee. You don't have to use the little slack. Instead of cutting it.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, you turn it.
That's right. I'll cut this. You do that. Okay. We'll swap sides.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, you can bring the camera over there too.
Can we take the camera over? Don't think there's anything wrong.
Okay. So I just need to trim this because there's poles in the way. I don't know if you can see the pole, but there was a pole there. I'm just going to trim that. Yeah. Like that, and then that way that will go to the top. That'd be right. That'd be all right. Film that or you're good?
Hey?
Cut it?
Yeah, just cut it, I think.
Or should I bring the camera?
Well, no, that's fine. Just cut it. So Richard's in the background just using the vise. Unless you can use that little vise. You could use a little vise. The little baby vise. It's over there somewhere. It's on the pull tube. If you want it. Sorry?
Only take it.
Oh. Only take a sec anyway. He's just off camera. Yeah. You all good? Yeah, I'll just throw this on while we're just doing that in the background. Did everybody see any cool movies this week? What did we see, Richard? What have we been watching? I think we're watching Arrow this week.
I think we were.
We're watching Arrow. It was quite amazing about the number of stunts they were doing. I was surprised. I haven't watched Arrow for years, but they did quite a lot of cool free running stunts. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, it was cool. No, it wasn't a movie though. It's just the Arrow. Oh, yeah, so that's bound in there. What do you reckon? Go back a bit to about here. Do you want me to cut some of this off? Excess and use that for the last bit?
I just leave it. No, don't cut it just yet.
Just leave it like that. Okay.
Just leave it for now.
It's any minor stuff. That's just fitting stuff. So yeah, so that's pretty good. All right, and this is a bungee cord that we'll be using. And he is pretty big. He is 10. 10? I think it was 10.
10 millimeter.
Yeah, 10 millimeter shot cord that you can get at, where did I get it? Like a hardware store. And hopefully that'll do the job. I don't see why it wouldn't. Yeah. So what we do is we go 10 meters that way and then 10 meters back is the plan. So it's actually 20 meters in length. But it's not like 400 meters like the old school catapults. There's a lot of room, and we don't have that kind of room when we set up these kind of things. Off access says Outbreak 2024, great movie. Oh, nice. I haven't heard of that one. That sounds kind of like maybe a zombie movie, perhaps. Outbreak. Sounds cool. No, I haven't seen that one.
Who stars it?
Yeah, who stars in it, actually, was just saying. Did you want to put this hook on it, Richard?
Sorry?
Do you want to put this hook on it? Oh.
Yeah. But not,
Hey?
not up there. It's okay down the bottom.
On the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just melt this end a little bit. I don't want it unfraying on us. That's right.
All right, so it's a bit shorter now. You can
So
tell.
on one side. You did what? What are you going to do? Screw that in?
Yeah, it's better. That's a
You
strap.
happy with that?
Yeah. Where do you want to put the screws?
And I'm just going to go through here.
Through the sides here.
Or until the back. Right? It's
You don't
wood.
want it to be on the
One
the big furnace, right? Maybe two in there.
in there, one in there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, it's coming along. That's great.
It's coming along.
What sort of screws I should use?
Eh?
What sort of screws?
No, there's a wood screws there, right there by that that plane that we just put there. You see the wood screws? I took them out of it.
At least.
Yeah, they're the ones that use. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, just putting a knot in there. Is there any particular kind of knot you're using there, Harry? No, just a half hitch.
So this is. So this is.
Eh?
So then you're right. There is one.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, maybe I don't. Maybe I just go there and back, and then we double knot it.
You could do, yeah.
If it's just 20 meters there and back, just a double there, double back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want that socket set to do that, or have you got that drill? The drill can do it.
The drill can do it, yeah.
I'll grab the battery for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you got that drill bit? Just drill it straight up. I'll just go there and come back, and then we'll staple that in the ground when we go for launch. That'd be
Are we going to do that live stream?
cool. I suppose people want to see that, but you don't need it. Oh, you don't need it. Yeah. So we'll run that. Oh, we'll just drill your starter. That's what it looks like. There you go. Move that out of the way. Yeah. You're good?
Yeah, we'll be.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, there's this other one. Do you want that kind of one, or do you want the screw ones that went into here? Into there. I can get those if you want. Just depends what you want.
Oh, that's wrong with these ones, isn't it?
This is what this one looks like. Those ones here. Sure, whatever. Or what kind of chipboard are those?
Easy.
Well, these ones work quite good, man.
Yeah.
And then I use that other ratchet. That's the ones I thought you had. But anyway, so we're going to swap these bolts out for a different type of bolt. We're going to swap them out for these bolts. And you don't have to muffle it in. Have you got that screwdriver? Oh, that drill bit. Just use the drill to do it.
Okay. Well, I could just use the other screws too. That would be fine. Because I had that drill bit attachment on it.
Alright, well, these will do the job.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, putting it back in. Let's get it done. You good? Oh, I'll go around the other way. So. Okay, well, let's go together either way. That's good. Where are you going, belly? Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Get straight into it.
Yeah.
Get straight into it and then get down. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Put that one in?
Yeah, you can put
Yeah.
that in. Sure. Just so it's more to hold it than anything. Right?
I think that's the plan, isn't it? Let's go together. Yeah. All right, you all good?
Yep, got the screw.
There you go. Before you know it, you're all done. Won't take long. That.
Yeah, so it's not
Yeah.
going in.
So get on.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
maybe
one.
just one more and it's
I don't think it needs much. Oh, I pull that other way.
it's okay. We'll see what it does.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
One more.
your turn. Just so that otherwise you.
What's the next part we're going to do?
Just really just put the bungee shot cord.
Do we need to make some kind of like eyelet hoop, like a hoop, attach it to like a ring or something?
Yeah, but it might be better just get like one of these rings. Okay, get a ring. Like a key ring kind of holder something.
Pretty strong key, right?
Maybe you make one.
No, do you have one?
You be right?
Yeah, I think so.
You go. Thank you. All right. So there you go. It's coming together. And before you know it, it's ready, good to go.
What's that sound?
Sounded good. You want to drill it again? You drill it again? You all good? Seems fine. But drill it again. So just to make sure.
It probably doesn't even go in that far anyway.
Just it's just a guide after all, just to hold the maybe you hadn't actually gone through. Maybe that was what the problem was.
Maybe.
Here we go. Right.
There you go. Don't need to keep going.
Put it in.
Okay.
All right, that'll hold it still. So that's great to see. What else do we need to do?
Okay. Right.
What else do we need to do?
Does that go on there? Oh no, it doesn't.
Goes in there. We don't need that one anymore. Let's get that one out of the way. Yep.
So what do we need to do to finish it off?
Yeah, before you know, it'll be done. So I guess I'll measure out this part, isn't it? I think.
Space.
We'll measure this out, double it out. That should be good. And then yeah. There and back again. Okay, so we do that, right? Yeah.
And that attaches to what you've got there.
And this one attaches to the plane.
Yeah. Okay.
Should be good.
So what are we going to use for the attachment of the plane? Do you think?
I don't know. It's just trying to finish this part off.
Okay.
Do you want to then you might have to do like another little at the other end. You put like a little loop so you can actually. Otherwise, you're going to put the hook on that.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to do that.
What would you make it like a 3D print, or would we have something we could just make up, like real basic?
Like a ring or something.
Yeah.
Just unwind this one. Can you go for the
Unwind it? Yep. Okay.
bring your chair over here?
Not if you're unwinding it. I can sort of walk it out if you want.
Alrighty. Right.
So you're going to have the end of it.
Alright.
Okay.
A lot longer than I thought it was.
Yeah. Be cool.
Oh, it feels straight up. So what I'll do is I'll knock this one. You find that you're in.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you grab your end and we'll come together. Alright. There you go. So we were just a little bit out of frame. But it
I'm
was
going to
just,
bring it all down my end, and that way you got the middle.
yeah, you're all good. Yeah. So it's not particularly giant, but it is fairly big. You're good. Careful, whatever's behind you, you're gonna. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so yeah, hold on to that end, and I'll put the hook. I just use that hook. There's two of them, so why don't you just use them? That was a good job. Yeah, there you go. I got the other one. You grab a chair and sit down.
What am I doing with this one? So that's what attaches to
There.
This is what attaches to there, and the other one could attach to the one that goes in the ground, the pin.
Yeah. Use this hook for that.
Yeah.
So you just put
So
it
this
on.
is what we're looking at, by the way. This hook here. Put two of them like that.
Okay, there you go. Put a knot on that one, and I'll put a knot on this end.
Do we know if it's exact in the middle?
Well, you said it was. So do.
I couldn't be exact on it. It might be a little skewed.
That'll be it. It'll be fine.
So what, you want to double it up over here?
You just do a double.
Or the other way, of course, is just to do that.
No. Just do a knot there. Around. Put it on. And this one, like this kind of thing.
We'll just do the same thing, just join it together. Just put a knot in it.
Yeah. Oh, just like loop it. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Because the Caribbean, right?
Caribbean over there.
So, just like that kind of thing. And then just flip that bad boy right on.
Like that.
Now that way we can tweak it up if we need to get it all synced up.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah. That way you can optionally choose whether yours is the end that we do or this end.
Okay.
There we go.
Depending on the scenario, right?
So there we go. So that's what we're talking about. Sorry. That's
There
what
you
we're
go.
talking about. Like. Yeah.
There you go.
And is that yours, Paul? If I pull on that, you hold the ring. That's not going to undo. Seems okay. And what about mine? All good.
Shot
Don't let it go.
Okay, yeah, that'll be right. Cool, seems tight. Crikey. Okay, that'll be tight.
Wow. What a pull.
Okay, so that will clip onto the end of this guy. Yeah. Or your one, whatever. Oh, you want clip on? You just ready?
So mine clips on here, like so. Oh, hang on, there's a camera there. So it goes to the device.
And this end goes out, and then you put this into the ground. It's the plane.
It's a plane at this stage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. So you pass.
Just turn the camera a little bit so you can see. There you go, Tim. Just illustrate that. Hang on. There. There you go. Got it? I think they can see it. Yeah, you just.
Okay, so that's the plan, Sam. So obviously,
A little bit.
so my one goes this way, heat sweeps a distance, 10 meters that way, hooks into the ground with Harry's one,
What is it? And that'll peg into the ground.
and
And then we stretch it out.
yeah, stretch it out to around 10 kgs worth of force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So that's that part done. So the other thing we need is a way to peg the feet into the ground so it doesn't pull away, because that's going to have to be fixed, right? It's a fixed point.
It is now.
Okay, so maybe a drill, and then do you have some pegs on you?
Nylon?
There's a pegs to push it into the ground.
Yeah.
So we can know what size it is. So you just put that over here to the way. It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Just pull it up.
Yeah.
You grab those pins. They go into the
Oh,
ground.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We're making good one, aren't we?
Yeah. Nice.
That'll work, I think. Yes.
There you go. That's good.
What's that?
That's good.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. And these are the kind of pegs that we are talking about. If you're wondering what kind of pegs we're talking about. Something like that, like a 10 peg. Whack that sucker right into the ground.
Okay, so we can drill those holes now then.
And then what
Size?
How are you gonna attach these ones to here?
Right.
How are you gonna attach them to there?
Oh, I was thinking just drilling a hole straight to there. Would that be okay? Straight into the ground.
Smaller.
Well, that
Yeah,
way?
small.
Would you go that way or that way? You go that way sideways. That would probably work better, wouldn't it? What do they normally do in a tent? They normally go, you wouldn't go this way because it'll pull out, right? But you could go ideally that way, right?
Which way is the force? Then apply that way.
Pulling towards me.
Well, turn the camera so they can see what we're doing. Hey, we talk about the legs. Like, which way the forces go?
Here we go.
There you go. Okay, so what we're talking about is either do we put the pegs this way, straight down?
If we go that way, it's fine. But technically you're pulling towards us, right? So the force is applied there, so it's not actually really activating that much, is it?
No.
Yeah. You might have to go from the side or from the back, but it's quite a way to put that pin in, isn't it? Maybe from the side might be best. Do you think?
Yeah, straight down.
Straight down, so probably somewhere there down.
Yeah.
Straight down. Or as straight as possible.
Straight as possible.
Same as that side?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the back ones.
That's where Harry's going. Over there. Hang on.
Yeah, the back ones we already put holes in here.
Yeah, you got enough to go right through both sides?
Yeah. Yep, we're right. Put those sucker right in there.
Okay, so it's just these front ones there.
The only other thing that you might have to do, depending on how much loads on this, you might have to put a couple of bits of rope here and then.
So maybe just that's just entirely when you actually do it. We do only know when you do it, so we could just bring some extra pegs.
Yeah, that's good.
And just attach to the sides. You can just loop around the bottom part there or up the top.
Because you don't want this going catapulting this way.
Yeah, so maybe up the top, on those 2 points there. Where your hands are.
Here.
Yeah, and then down. That's a good idea. You can make them up if you wanted. You just do it. Have them on.
Just doing it there.
Or you can just make them up now without the string. Or you can do it with those stays.
Yeah. Just hooks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, would you just draw them this size?
So that way. Like that.
You want to go that way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That size or your size?
No, this one did.
Size?
So we've got more of those that size.
Okay.
More of a common size drill bit that we would be using. 10 pegs. Yeah. But yes, it's been a very busy week here in the workshop. Yes, but we're getting a lot done, so that's good. Okay, you want to draw it? Oh, you can draw it.
Just sitting there.
You
You want me to lift it up, or you're good? Roll it to the side, or
just draw straight, man.
from the side?
This here?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that?
Yeah.
Just lift it up a little bit.
Yep.
Came out?
Yeah, it's all good. On the other side.
Yeah, that'll be right. Yeah.
On the other side.
It just goes through now, so that's good. Okay. Hang on, just took the camera seats. Here you go. I'll give it a run. Here you go.
Roll that table.
Wow, that's a lot longer. Oh, that took a lot longer than I was thinking.
The thing.
Yeah, I'll just lift it up so you can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, it's so good like that. Right? Nice.
Nice. So that's 4 pegs. That'll go on nicely. And that's what we want to see.
Cool.
So, yeah, we're making quite good headway.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so did that. Oh, it's going along now.
Yes, we've got 2 holes.
So we need
What else do we
We
need to do?
need some kind of hook. That hooks onto there, onto the aircraft.
Oh,
Is that
a ring,
right?
is it?
Hey?
Just some sort of ring.
Yep. Do we have one? And then what about the back part? Are you going to put some stays back there? Or are you just going to do it with those?
Just over those
Guide
hooks.
ropes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
We
part's
need
done.
that now.
Okay. So what's the next part? So dealing with the other side of things, right? So technically this is done now, isn't it? Do we need to worry about up here?
A little covering. Might be fine. That little part there. Might be fine. Might be on. But yeah, the bungee's all sorted. So that side's done. So the kicker is good. Theoretically, the pedal is good. The hook's good. We just need to put a little bit of a hook on here, isn't it?
That's right. So that's the part that attaches to the aircraft. Depending on which aircraft it is, depends on the length. Yeah. Okay, so
We need to put like a loop there and cut this.
how would you attach to the Kapari on that one? Would you just go straight direct, or would you go around it, split to 2 or something? Split to 2, like go from 1 to string it on either side?
Yeah, that's just the same little rig.
Do you need to make that? Got some thinking to do, I guess. And so what's the other part? So what would you need to do for say the 3D printed plane? So okay, so we'll put the Kapari aside for now.
Okay.
So because technically all he needs is effectively 1 to 2, effectively either side, and then a bar across for that.
That's assuming that part's there. It might not be there. You don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it would be just a straight loop, which would be, well, that's another thing we do. We could make.
Do we need any system to allow it so that way it can spool up and sit there? Do we need any sort of like attachment back to that hook?
No, because there's no tension here. The tension's here.
Yeah. I was just wondering for the plane itself.
What do you mean?
That way you can have the plane spooling at
Spool
like
at max
max speed.
I think we'll just do the half throttle thing. What we are talking about is when we sit on the launcher, you can't go at max throttle.
The reason being is because simply it's got.
That's what.
It's simply that what happens is the. Simply what happens is the launcher, if the plane's sitting on the catapult here, and you're spooling up to 100%, what will actually happen is it will physically go off the end of the runway, off the end of the catapult, as it were. So that's not ideal. So what we're talking about is should we add a way of holding the aircraft back before the release, and then we can go to maximum throttle, or should we just not worry about that at this stage?
I think we just do it. It's up to you guys if you.
Yeah, feel free to make a comment if you think we should or not. How would we do it if we were going to do that system? So I was thinking that you go back to the release mechanism down the bottom. Yeah, so 2 to 1 kind of thing. So effectively you're going like this, right? So from the bungee up and then back down.
Yeah, it could work. So there you go. It could be done. But I don't think we need to at this stage. But it's good to
keep it in mind, I guess.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do it with like a bungee system as well. So it's got a bit of wiggle. Yeah. Like Bugs Bunny. So I mean, you could do it like a clamp situation where you clamp onto the wings and then and then clamp there, and then it goes back to it. Of course, what you wouldn't want to happen is as it goes
one releases, but not the other.
Yeah, well, no. What would happen is it would release at the same time because it's on the same thing. So it would release, right? And then what would happen is it would have these 2 clamps going along behind it, which should be somewhat ironic, and look, it wouldn't necessarily make do anything bad. It just looked quite funny.
It would be funny.
Okay, so that's that side of things. So what would you do if you were doing, say, the micro tower? What do we need to do to make that a reality? We need to make the hook system, right, into the aircraft. Is that what we need to do?
No, we need the hook's just the end of this with a loop on it.
So we need to make the hook go into the micro tower.
Oh, that part, yeah, we can.
But we need one more thing to fix it, right? We need a plain slider system, right? Because it will be, if the wings are just on this for that particular aircraft, or 3D printed aircraft, or their F-18 for that matter, it would just shatter into oblivion.
No, yeah. So
once the pressure comes on, so what do we need to do to solve that?
Ideally, having a little trender trolley that sacrifices itself as it flies along the ramp and up, and it flies on its own trajectory, boom,
into the ground,
crash,
and hopefully survives.
And
we don't want it to break.
No, we don't want it to break.
And then as it
a little cut. That's what it is. A little cut.
Okay, so we need to make that cut, and we ideally make it so it's modular, so we can change it depending on whether it's a F-18
or the Tornado, or something like that,
or Tornado, or the micro tower. So what would we need to do? Basically, offsetting the those spars there.
Well, one idea is you could make 2 of these designs. One idea is you could make.
Okay, you go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'm just thinking. So one idea is we could print off another one of these designs and then put like a foam pack out either side for the fuselage to sit on.
So like here and here. Yeah. And then these slide together.
Yeah, you put a string.
And then what would you? And this is bolted in, is it?
No, maybe just put the string on it. Don't need that. Right. One on that side. One on that side.
Okay, so you're going to go like that, effectively.
Yeah. Oops. There you go. That's a bit of a better design, isn't it?
So, okay. So that's kind of like what you're thinking, right? So, hang on.
We got that.
Yeah, I got it. Right. That's where we're at. Yeah. So, let it go. I'll just drop it in. So, as it goes down there, of course. Yeah. Okay. So, the idea of this one is it sits there about that, and the aircraft sits on top of it, right?
Yeah, that's it. The aircraft will sit here.
And then as it goes up the slider.
And away she goes.
And then it would fly off down here. To do. Yeah. It's actually pretty cool. I do quite like that idea, because then if you do it any other way, what will happen is this has to, the wing itself has to support the weight. Right? You don't really want to do that, do you?
Not really.
Could you do it so that way? This is obviously You can adjust it depending on the aircraft, right?
There's quite good design about that. Yeah.
Would you have two platforms here and here, or would you have them joined like one platform? If you have the one platform, then it's kind of set, right, and you can't really adjust it after that. And you need a way for it to travel with the aircraft, right? So would you have it like two little stands off the wing?
Well, you could yeah, sure. One idea is you could use a bit of PVC pipe and go vertical.
Conjugate piping? I think it's coming along quite nicely. Like here, right? This is what we're talking about. Head scatter. Anyway. So,
Can't get everything. No.
okay, so you're talking about like that, right? And then obviously you probably bring it in tight to the bone.
Oh, yeah. Flat design. It gives you an idea. And then you have like another one holding the back end. But the downside to that is having this one here is that when it comes off the thing, you can't have this spooling. Those might hit. You had another one sitting here.
No.
So if they were over here, you could do that.
What do you mean?
They were over, one thin one here, one thin one here, and that holds it on the wing.
Oh, offset it.
No, just like a thin one. That's another idea of doing it.
What do you mean?
Well, like,
So don't have it from the center, you mean?
Don't have this part, and just have like a little hook thing from there to there, just a real thin, like 5mm print.
So from here, you mean?
Yeah, from here to here. So you get to do away with the strings, is the word.
Oh yeah.
And you just have like a straight pin like that.
Yeah. What keeps the plane up in the air?
It's sitting on it. Like that.
All on one little piece up here, you mean?
Yeah, it's just sitting on the wing.
Oh, okay. So it's just effectively in the air.
Yeah, it's just sitting on the wing.
Like it'd be effectively like this, right?
Yeah. But what keeps the tail up?
Well, I guess it just depends on how far back you're going. For example, you can have that all the way back, couldn't you? And you could also, that means you could slide it in depending on what the aircraft does.
But then the other form that might exist is that this one might just counter. If it was to get down a bit. There you go. We've got a little bit thinking about it. What do you
can't
reckon?
just use what it is like that.
Yeah, you
Take
can.
this away.
Yeah, sure.
And just go like 2 pipes straight into the ground there.
You can do. I mean, you can do from one conduit piping from there to there too. If you want, if you need strength. Onto here.
So the back part is if you made the same piece backwards, right? So then you need 2 of them, right? One for the front, one for the back.
Yeah.
Can it be done with one for this one?
But then what keeps it up, right?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, is that what? I mean, even with it drilled, it would still roll forward, right?
What if we don't have any catapult and just sits on it? If that wasn't there and it's just like that.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're making it up as we go.
So like that.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
I don't have anything. Just like that.
Well, yeah, just have a little slot here. That's another way of doing it. You just make a little rounded one that goes on there.
So don't have this, but have these 2 pieces.
Have something like that, yeah.
Or can it just be literally that?
Well, it could be. Simple is better, right? Yes. Simple
Because
is.
that way you can still spin on this, right?
It's still spin here. It's not going to
It's still supported by this.
and the shape of the plane doesn't matter. You can adjust that.
Yeah.
And you can go inwards or outwards.
And also, depending on the aircraft, you could make like a wedge as well. And then move that in and out too. You can make like a little wedge. And you can slide the wedge in and out.
Well, yeah. So that's what you could have, just 2 little
sliding wedges.
But then what keeps that vertical? And it's not rotating itself.
It wouldn't really matter that much, would it?
I guess if it was 90 degrees, it's the plane itself that's going to rotate on it.
Yeah, but just like a sliding wedge on the bottom and front. You can use them or take them away.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so you maybe make a wedge that can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then goes in and out.
Well, the same one, just repeat.
Yeah.
Print out.
So you make those 2 wedges, and then you want some kind of wedge that goes straight vertically from this straight up.
All part of that one wedge.
Yeah, but it'd have to be in close.
Well, can you have the wedge with a little thing above it?
I guess you could. Yeah, nice, close.
One on the same.
So 2 little wedges. We can
Two
make.
little wedges that we will start designing.
Okay,
we'll
there you
design
go.
that.
Yeah.
And I think we'll do away with it. And it's not going to help us.
Not at this stage.
Yeah.
Might go back to it. Yeah, it's one of those things that has to be physically seen, man. Okay, so you want to do that, and then that way you can slide it in and out. And then if it's in a wedge, then it means that depending on the aircraft, you can go in and out, and it'll keep the plane straight.
Or otherwise, just get straight up and down.
Interesting.
Do you want to design that?
Might as well.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get it done, right?
Yeah, it'd be cool to get it done.
Okay.
Move that plane up and put it up on the benches. I think I saw the little FPV plug just fall off on the ground by your foot. But there you go. We are actually coming along nicely right now. We
just need the hook.
we just what?
We just need the hook.
What's that?
Just
Fell out again.
You just need the hook that goes on.
For that particular plane. But yeah, so we're doing quite well on the launcher. We've got the bungee all rigged up, just sitting on the ground. We have
So it'd be like this,
the
right?
pulley system.
So bungee set up. Yeah, bungee set up.
Yep, and then
And that's going 2 to 1, like that.
Yeah,
You're going there, and then to the release mechanism. So it's all coming along.
It's all coming along. So do you want to design that?
Yeah, awesome.
I guess we could design it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll plug you into power. Over this side, sorry.
All right. Oh, come on.
Yes, you just need to modify that that hook release as well. Yeah. The hook release. Okay, so she's all coming along quite well actually. It's all working out. You just need to do the yeah, so the wedge. I'll grab those.
Do you want a wedge or do you want it just a straight up and down? Why does it want to be a wedge?
The only reason why I was talking about the wedge was because if you didn't have the wedge, then there's nothing really to stop it, like the thing from tilting over. But if you have a wedge, you can slide it in. It could literally just be the vertical part, right? And then just add a slight tilt to it, and you're good.
Okay, chamfered.
A chamfered edge, yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise, what will happen is it might topple. We don't want it toppling, right?
I'll leave it suited, isn't it? I'll get the I'll take your seat. Okay. I'll just set this up and then you can take over. Oh, you don't.
No, just do it. Just make that vertical. How high do you think? So yeah, so this is the piping that we're using at the moment for this particular thing at this stage of the game. I can work out how thick the conduit piping is. It wants to be relatively strong because there's probably going to be a lot of force, possibly like 17 kgs worth of force on this, so you don't want it to be too weak. Conduit piping. Let's say it's around sort of 25 millimeters, 25.5, something like that.
25?
25, 25.5.
So what should I put in it? 26?
Yeah, 26. So
26? 25.7. You don't want too small.
Well, last time I think we drilled it, so maybe make it a bit bigger than that.
So 26?
Okay, 26 it is.
Okay.
So that's good. Yeah, all good. And we're going to need 2 of them. So you all set up here? You can flip it over.
Yeah. How many mils are on the
Okay, so Harry's starting with the design process over here. Can I bring the camera?
Yeah.
Yep. He's all set up. Does it work? Here he is. There he is. There he is. Hits the blicky bad. Yeah.
Funny. What do you reckon? How many
There.
mils do you want?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe bring it closer. Oh, sorry about the shuffling. You good?
Yeah, I think they can see what we're doing. Okay, so what kind of size do you want?
Eh?
How thick?
So 26. It's 24 hole.
What is it? What? How thick?
25 ball hole.
That's what it is, right? 25?
Yeah, 25.
Oh, 26. That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, and then how thick around that? At least 3 mils?
At least, minimum. Remember, it's not actually coming up with it as well.
So what? Say 40? Is that too much?
You probably want to like at least 10, I think. You use check your phone instead. Help out with the calculations.
36, is that right? Is that how much you want?
So you're making an internal borehole, and then he's going to work out what that
5 millimeters. Just do you want?
stronger.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 5 or 6 would be right.
Okay, so and then
Because they don't really need massive, do they?
not really, because it'll be wider.
Yeah.
5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or it's 5, 5 looks like or maybe a bit more.
5.
Yes, we'll just do some calculations. Hang on. Or do you want to go? Do you want to do 10?
Okay.
What you want?
Yeah, that's good. Just thinking about that. They go up there. Yeah, because different aircrafts have got different things. Like some of them, like say the Microtalon, all flat fuselage, right? So something like the Microtalon or the Tornado, they've got flat fuselages, so that's fine for that. But for something like that guy up there, which is the F-18, it's got an offset, which is a little higher. You might need to do a different concoction with that. I mean, technically you could do 3, couldn't you? 1, 2, 3 on his feet. So 1 for every foot. Like a little.
It's an idea anyway. Okay, so I've got these
That
circles
could be
now.
quite cool.
Be funny.
Provided it didn't come off the hook.
What kind of shape do you want? You want to go straight up from there?
Hey?
You go straight up from there.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. How high, I guess you're asking. We do it. Does it need to be determined, or could it be like it could be excessive, couldn't it, to allow for different aircraft? It wouldn't matter if it was over.
Well, the other option is you put like another bit of PVC piping on the top of it. So you go sideways with PVC pipe, and then to go up, PVC piping.
You want to do the internal ball.
No, like you go PVC piping and then another short piece of PVC piping to go to hold the top of the thing up. Or we could do it in 3D printing. So that's cool. We can do that. We'll go.
Doesn't really worry me.
Well, how far do you want to go up?
Exactly. Okay, so
Well, how high is that wing structure?
do we need to do it for these others, or just this?
I think just the one's fine for now.
Can't lose them all. Alright.
Okay, I got a ruler here. You
Got a rule.
I got a ruler.
Okay, so going on the basis that we're using this one, the Tornado might be higher again.
Well, we'll go a little bit higher.
So he is about 60 millimeters. 60 millimeters up to touch that edge. So he's 60.
Okay.
60 to 70 at the moment. So you'd say 70 for that one, but you'd go higher.
So what, 100?
And then I'll just go and measure the other guy. That's what I do. It's that guy. It's probably a little bigger again. Let's see what.
But yes, as Richard goes and does that, yes, we're just working on the design here. But yeah, just a very small design, nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. That's the main thing. It'll look good and work. That's what you want. Okay, so if you do 100, we should be fine then. Okay, there you go. So that's what we'll use. So that way, when the plane comes off the thing. 110, yes. Okay, 110, sure. Not a big deal. Yeah, so it will sit on the wing, and then as it goes along, it'll push it. And then it'll drop off.
Yeah, so he sits at 80 here, so you could go. He sits there. That's his way. Get a bit more.
Yeah, 110. So yeah, there you go. 110, and then what? Just straight down, straight over and over.
Where are we at? Hi.
How thick do you want this guy?
How?
Like that kind of thing.
Just going straight up in here.
Yeah, but it's a straight square like that. Circle or square.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, and then how far down do you go before? Did you say 30? To go, is it a 90 degree? Do you have a little 90 elbow, or is it just straight?
They're just extruded, and then you do it in post because it's extruded on here, right? So that would be straight up to here, right? So effectively, we'd be doing this like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's effectively what we're doing. We're doing that, making that. Right?
Okay, so how far?
And you measure it from here up, right? Not from the center point.
From 87. No, nothing. Yeah.
Worth checking there, isn't it?
You're from the borehole, right?
Not from the borehole, from the top of it.
Top of the borehole.
Yeah. Up 100 or 110.
Sure. And what kind of thickness do you want? Just the same size as the borehole? Doesn't have to be amazingly large.
These guys here, they are 5s. These ones. Those are 5.
You've got a force on it, haven't you?
Okay. A lot of force on it, yeah. Maybe a 10?
If we go across there, it is. I can do 26. Is it too thick? 26? 26. Is that good? We're looking 26?
26. So about there. Yeah. What's mine?
Do you reckon?
Oh, 20 is fine. 20. 26 might be excessive.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 is a magic number, as they say. Are you going to put that on print?
Oh, what we do is we just do the file. Just design it and then you come down.
Okay, and then you're going to add
so down like this, and then what? Slope down at the bottom, like this. Is it sloped? Or do we go down and then we come around in the corner? Just go to there like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just round that in post production.
Okay, you can pull that out. You didn't need to do that. You just pulled it. Let's go pull it.
Right. There you go. It is going to be extruded right now. So there you go. So how far are you going to go?
So 2-dimensional shape, now going to be a 3-dimensional shape.
Well, supposed to be. I forgot to do it. Yeah, undo. Select that one as well. Okay, how far?
Like 20?
20 mil?
Yeah. This wide. Be like, I did scale would be like there. 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go more?
Yeah, so you can do 20.
I guess you could do.
No, I do. We don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20. It is. Okay, so what else are we doing?
We're going to add a chamfer, unless you don't want to, or did you want to add like...
No, redo it. I'm going to... We're doing.
Did you want to add a chamfered edge to it? So you can, or did you want to add those as separate?
No, we can do
Or
that.
I'm talking about the sliders to stop it from...
Rudy. Hello, guys. Hello.
Rudy,
And welcome to our live stream. And we're just booting on software what do you call it? A pusher cart. The cart that sends it up the ramp.
That's right. So it's all part of the...
all part of the jam. All part of this design. So thanks so much.
That's right. So it's actually come along quite well. Yeah, so we just always like to do live streams and enjoy people. Enjoy bringing what we're building. Could be quite lonely by ourselves. So we'll bring it in so other people can see it too.
Yes, and it's quite fun. Yes. Yeah, nice. So so we're just doing the last little part of this part of the design. So do you want to put it like a cantilever thing? So the L, we're not doing that part.
L? Cantilever?
Like that?
What do you mean?
Well, this part bracket goes on here and we go vertical up.
Yeah.
And then that will keep that in shade, but what keeps it
from twisting.
Yeah. And your little wedge design, is it? So how do you do that? Cantilever.
Oh, you mean what will happen is that this thing here will rotate?
Well, that's another thing to consider. But it might not. If we put a stay on it, it'll be fine.
What would stop it from rotating?
But do you need to put a?
I guess if you attach it to the back part, it would stop.
It would stop it from rotating. Yeah, we can do that. My English is not so bad. Sorry. Hey, that's all good. No problem. It's all good. No worries.
How about this? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up is good. There you go. I'm gonna save what I've done anyway. Here, check the camera.
There you go. So yeah, so it's coming along. I'm from Brazil. Well, we know a couple of people from Brazil. Great people. Harry used to work with a nice chap from Brazil. Yeah, used to hang out with him all the time. Great guy.
Cool dude.
So so while Harry's doing that, I'll bring you into the water what we're doing over here while he's doing his design thing. Let's get this out. There we go.
What are we gonna call it? We'll call it like trigger wedge.
No, hang on.
What should we call it?
Yes. What will stop it from rolling around? Just rolling over. So this is where we're at with the design. There we go. I think that's it. You can see it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's where we're at with the catapult design at this stage of the build. Yeah, so there we are. And so, yeah, so 10 meters that direction is the bungee, as it were. And that's going that way. And then it goes down here to the attachment release system at the very end there. And then on the same line is the attachment to the aircraft up here. Like that. That's what we're looking at. And then as it releases, they pull both lines. That's what happened there. That's where we're at. We'll get it.
Yeah, just wondering how they're going to stay up, mate.
Okay, you all good?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll click back in.
Power going back to it?
All good?
Yeah. So there you go. Now, how much more do you want to get done on this live stream? Is that pretty much designed?
There you go. Yeah, it might be there for today.
Yeah. Well,
So I've got some thinking to do for the last final stuff.
yeah, is that a minor little thing? It's just a little 90-degree wedge, or should we go the other way? But yeah, but pretty much we've done quite good on this live stream. I think in the fact that we've redesigned the cart, we have added the bungee, which is essential for this design. What else have we done?
What would stop it from rotating would be as if it went up and then over the wing. That would stop it.
Everything's going to take off.
Yeah, it's going to take off with the wing.
Yes.
Interesting. Some thinking.
But otherwise, the other option is you just make a whole wedge down the side, and from one of these to the next one, and then it sits on it.
So this is joined to the next one.
Yeah.
We're talking about the rail cart, by the way.
We're talking about the rail cart. Is what we're doing. We're doing what it rotating. That's how you do it. You could do one rail cart to the next rail cart instead of having the string.
Okay. Well, that either way, that's something that you just would you 3D print that?
Well, you could do, otherwise you just cut it with some wood. Not a big deal.
You'd need your piece anyway, wouldn't you?
You would still need this wedge. So either way, we need it. Okay, so maybe we'll leave it there. What else have we done on this live stream? We have, we've rigged it up, so that's looking good. We designed the hooks on the last live stream. We retrofitted the new guide rope there. You can see the rainbow colored 3D print in the middle.
Yeah,
that's good to see. So that's good, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. Is that thing? What do you think? I should leave it there?
I think it's good. We've got some more thinking to do. But we may well be we may next time you see us, we may well be ready for launch.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do that on live stream.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, because you might as well get it done. We really want to get this guy back into operational order. So
yes. So
it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It will be good when it's all ready. It's nearly done. Okay,
So
we'll move the we'll move the laptop over to where it normally lives.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got some freaking to turn on.
Just a minor. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring the light in so you can see.
There we are.
Better.
Like that. What I need to do.
Ready?
Okay. We adjust our angle.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, sure. Okay, so thanks very much for tuning in. You okay? But yes, thanks very much for tuning into this live stream. We appreciate it very much. Just a little bit more to do on that cart, but I think only a minor thing. I think maybe we'll just go from one pipe to the next pipe. Yeah, I think that we'll set the wings on. I think it's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, it's best to keep it simple.
Now, Rudy was saying he's a 3D modeler. If you need me, let me know. Oh, cheers, man. Thanks.
Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, and 3D making is always good.
Yeah.
So yeah, all thumbs up here. And what else can we tell you? What are we doing on Tuesday? What's the next one coming out on Tuesday?
Okay, so the one that comes out Tuesday is we continue on making the giant behemoth of a CREALITY high drone, aka the flying 3D printer. So we're making that with PPACF, and it's using the monster of all motors and propellers, I think, the 32-inch props. And it's going to fly the CREALITY high. So it's all part of the series. You can go back and check that out. And obviously Tuesdays at 6 a.m. in the morning New Zealand time, it comes out. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. And what are we doing on that one? We are doing things like attaching the batteries, doing testing, and
the ground
adding the wiring. So it's
no, not the wiring. We're doing the
wiring for the FPV.
Oh,
yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes. So all that is coming out, and it will be. I think I'm not sure officially, but it is definitely the largest, the world's largest 3D printed drone. Printed drone.
It's certainly the first flying 3D printed drone.
It is certainly the first one in the world for that. So there you go. So that's all coming up on Tuesday. Yes. And what's up on the channel this week?
So this week we continued on with the Mark II design of the FPV radio controlled
wingsuit design, and we tested the new parachute off the Mount Maunganui. Yes, off a cliff. We threw it off a mountain.
So we're going to go and check that out. It's pretty exciting. Something that we've always wanted to do. We always looked at that mountain there, and we thought we want to fly there. So we achieved that, and we're going to go check that out. We've got some more wiring and stuff to do to make sure that the man himself is flying. The wingsuit is flying properly and correctly. And then hopefully we'll do some testing, and very shortly, hopefully, into the air for the very first time with everything, all systems working. All systems go is the way to go. So yes, it was good to see that the new design of the parachute was working perfectly, and in the throw you could actually see the wingsuit was working as well. Yes, if you slow that the camera down frame by frame, you can actually see the air in the wingsuit as it was flying through the air, which was pretty cool. That's right. Yeah, if you want to see some photos at the moment, we've got some photos, some still shots of that happening in real time on our Instagram account. So you can go and check that out under our stories. Yes. You go and check that out. There you go. So that's all coming up, exciting stuff. And once again, thanks very much for tuning into this live stream. Appreciate it very much. And we'll see each other next week. I'm Harry. And I'm Richard. And we thank all our sponsors. Yes. And go and check out the links for them below in the future. Yes. So there you go. Okay, cool. We'll see each other then. And 3, 2, 1, go. HR racing, yeah. Okay, see you guys. We thank you very much, and we'll see each other next week.